Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss maturity number 7 and the karmic debt maturity number 16/7. So the maturity number 7 is controlled by Neptune in Pythagorean numerology, which is what we're discussing. You would also know it as Kietu if we were discussing Chaldean numerology. But within the Pythagorean numerology, that whole ideology consists of all of these numbers, whereas the Chaldean does not. So to give a little recap, your maturity number is presented by your life path plus your expression number. So the name that you're born with, you add that all together, you get an expression number. Sorry about the wind, guys, we're trying to get some stuff done outside. And then also your life path number, you add those together, you get the maturity number, which is also called the realization number. So with that number comes a lot of responsibility on you when you get to the age of 30 to 50, because it's going to give you your full potential as of what you should be becoming and then what your ambition is going to bring you in the future. So this is like the final step to your life. It's pretty much saying you've solved your name number, you've solved the life path number, and now you're here and you're here to solve this aspect of your life so that you're ready to evolve after you die. So this number does bring you a lot of power. It does bring you a lot of tranquility if you know how to utilize it properly. With the number 7 comes, it's going to come in a way in which it might bring you spiritual realization. Man, this wind's crazy. Okay, let's wait. Cool. All right, so it's going to give you power through spiritual realization, meaning you might have some sort of divorce, some sort of problem maybe within your family that's going to make you have to be solitude. You might need a lot of solitary time just to really look within and then see what you actually believe. It might be the falling apart of an ideology or religion that you may believe your whole life, then all of a sudden you found something out that made you not really believe in it necessarily. So it changes the way you think a lot. It could be a good thing if you know how to actually direct that energy properly, or a bad thing if it leads you to things like alcoholism, drug addiction. Those things are a possibility as well if your whole quest just turns into being lost or just being somebody who's just wandering through life. So you need to definitely watch out for how you translate this number. It can also come in the form of a good thing happening, like you might meet like a guru or a healer, a master of some sort, or you might get into things like martial arts, yoga, a sport. And that brings a different psychological perspective to mind, and then in turn you end up mastering it, becoming spiritual. I was discussing this with friends another day regarding flow state and meditation. This maturity number is the perfect review of that, because it brings you to a point where it's going to either make you specialize in things like spirituality or specialize in like the physical realm where we are right now. Meaning it's going to make you specialize in like a sport, science, math, anything like that, and make you actually focus on something in depthly, most likely something that you can do by yourself as an activity, and then in turn you'll get your spiritual realization from the physical activity that you're doing. So it's a very, very interesting number to have. Not as good luck as the 6 or the 5, but it will bring you a much deeper depth of realization in this lifetime and really bring you to the next step of your spiritual evolution if you know how to perceive it and utilize it properly. The next one here is the 16/7. This is more of a karmic debt number, so it's definitely going to come in the form of a problem. You may even notice the karmic debt comes in your late 20s. It might not wait till 30 at all. Some people say they experience their karmic debt number when it's a maturity number position from the age of 28 and up, sometimes 27. And what this is going to bring is the loss of a lot of friends and family, because 16 is like in the tarot card readings is like a tower coming down, if you guys are familiar with tarot cards. So it shows a symbolism of somebody who has a really, really big and strong ego, and then in turn it ends up toppling over because it had no real foundation to begin with. The ego is an illusion. So it's another spiritual realization, but it's going to come in the form of crushing your ego completely. It's going to destroy the ego and make you have to look at things from a very, very, very different perspective. And then in turn, you're going to find that same solitude that you'd find with the 7, and then recreate yourself to something better that actually lacks ego. It's just a real spiritual you. So the 16/7, I would say, to generally summarize it, brings you back to your spiritual self. It might even more so bring you back to whatever your life path number is, but it's going to do that in the way of messing up your ties. If you're somebody with a lot of friends, very popular, it's going to cut all those things and bring you back to who you are. A lot of the times with the 16s as well, it might be done even through art, so you might lose a lot of people. You might find things like opening your kundalini, samadhi, martial arts, and just things like writing and drawing and philosophy, poetry. All of those things come into play, especially with the 16, because it has a 6 in there. So a lot of creativity and then self-indulgence and self-realization is going to come as a result, which adds to the 7, of course, which is the spiritual realization. All right, so that should conclude every point regarding the 7 and the 16/7. If you guys do have any questions whatsoever, just let me know in the comments. Aside from that, guys, please like, subscribe, holla at me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.